Hey guys, welcome back to Look Valley. It's been a while, I'm Pia. I got something exciting to show you. I've just got some cows and they're arriving on the truck right now. Come on, we'll show you. I'm so excited to see baby cows. Oh, they're coming. They're not babies, they're huge.
So they don't really unload like sheep do. Sheep just pounce off, don't they?
They're crackers.
They're crackers. Wow! Look at the sheep wondering what on earth is going on.
Guys, what a dirty one.
Hmm?
What a dirty one.
Yeah, there's a spotty one. Woo! Big jump.
I like that brown one more, like that one up ahead of the black one.
Oh yeah. What one do you like, Nate? What colour?
Those ones. Those one that's this one.
Look at the sheep. What do you think the sheep are thinking?
They're like, what's happening here? Yeah, they are pretty.
Do you know what? They're actually little cows.
Yeah, but they're quite big.
They're actually quite young.
Yeah, they're quite big.
They're called calves.
That's it, they're all unloaded. Let's have a walk and have a look if we can see them.
I think they're happy to be off the truck. Do you think they're happy to be off that truck?
Move.
Yeah, you can say move.
Move! Yeah. I think they're happy eating the hay. We need to go into the grass, come on.
You're right, I think they're happy eating the hay. Should we go get ready for our party? We like the cows? Do you think Dad will like the cows?
No.
I think Jeepar love the cows.
I think Dad just likes the cows because he wants to kill them and eat meat.
And eat meat. Yeah, Daddy loves beef. We all love beef.
Good morning everybody, what's going on? So yeah, as you guys would have seen, it looks like we are now cow farmers. Anyway, what I want to do today is a bit of musical machinery, get some stuff put away. Got the air seeder all cleaned up, washed out. I just need to get a tractor so I can back it in the rest of the way, because the 8370's still got the bar on the back, which yeah, I'll leave that on there so I can back that back in the shed. I'll give that a grease this morning, check some wheel bearings, and yeah, try and get that back in the shed as well. But I need to get a few bits and pieces out of the way. We might actually go take the spreader off the 6510 here, and then I can use this to back the air seeder the rest of the way in. That's going to be the easiest thing to do. That's my easiest option, so we'll go drop that off. This thing's been probably sitting around for 2 or 3 weeks, this tractor, without being used. Not a lot of use for it at the moment. I mean, if it had been raining again, we'd probably be out spreading, but that has not been the case. So the weather really is wild. This morning, well, it was forecast to be 0 degrees overnight, or 1 degree, I can't remember. It was forecast to be a frost, and they're talking about possible showers today, and it was supposed to be close to 20 k's an hour this morning, the wind. And we got up this morning, there was virtually, didn't seem like there was any frost, hardly any dew really, and not much wind either, so I probably could have gone out and done some more spraying. But anyway, needless to say, I've absolutely had enough of the sprayer at the moment, so I have abandoned it. So I think we'll give this thing a grease, check some wheel bearings, and yeah, give the tractor a bit of a tidy up too before we put him back in the shed. So we are greased, wheel bearings checked, casters checked, pivots on our wheels are all checked, so that's all looking good, blown all the chunks of mud off of it. I'm really not that keen to wash this thing off after all the trouble we have with these hydraulic cylinders and this breather setup letting moisture into the top of the cylinders, but anyway, I might give it a little bit of a tub later on. I probably won't get there today. Blown most of the crap off the tractor as well. We might spin this around now, clean out some filters, grease the hydraulic cylinder on the tracks, and yeah, maybe give the cab a bit of a clean out. I won't get everything done today, but I'll at least feel like I'm going in the right direction. There is actually a few spots of rain falling at the moment. They're saying we could get 1 millimetre today. Doesn't look, that threatening, but anyway, I might get that truck back in the shed actually. It's got the tarp over, but it does have some grain in the back. That's got grain in it, so I should probably get that back in the shed. I didn't think we'd actually get any rain today, because when it says 0 to 1, it doesn't really excite you too much, but anyway, it is drizzling away, and we will not say no to any rain because there's not any rain of any significance on the forecast in the short or medium term, so a millimetre here or there, we'll grab it for sure. It's a full circle, guys. I told you there'd be a bit of musical machinery today. But boy oh boy does it warm my soul to see the air seeder back in the shed all the way, and the tractor and the bar, so all good things, all good things. So interestingly, I don't think I've really said anything about it, but the 6510, the loader on that is useless at the moment because the tilt function isn't working on there. It was getting sticky for ages. It would get stuck, and then it buggered up the cable, and it just stopped working altogether. It's, I think there's a problem in the hydraulic block at the back. Anyway, the little spool block is $6,000 just for that. So, needless to say, it's kind of gone on the back burner. We're just trying to think about what we're going to do with it. It'd be nice to try and find some second-hand parts for it, but don't know how we'll go with that. Stay tuned. We'll see what direction we go with it. Whoa. What abomination have we got going on in here? Some tools to get out of here, that's for sure. We need a vacuum, definitely, and get rid of this bloody rubbish. Yuck. Ugh. Well guys, that'll do it for this lovely Saturday afternoon. Better late than never. What is going on, everyone? It is Monday morning at the moment. Yeah, look, there's not a whole lot of exciting stuff going on at the moment. It's pretty monotonous. I just sat down last night, looked at the wind forecasts, the weather forecasts for the week, just nutting out my spraying jobs, what I got to get done. I've got to go do a couple of little spray jobs for the neighbour, and then I've also got to do a whole lot of foliar fertiliser for him over some paddocks too. So trying to schedule that in for the week, that's going to be pretty time consuming. So like I said, not very exciting stuff. And I just got one paddock of canola up here that I got to go back and grass free a second time. So I'm going to run up there in a minute and just check what the ryegrass is doing, whether it's ready. There was a lot of one leaf stuff there last week, so we've had some nice warmish sort of days, mild days. Should be moving along well, I'm hoping. We've got a couple of mil on the forecast tonight, maybe. I think that'll clear off, hoping to go get that done tomorrow. Wind looks favourable, and then we'll just keep moving on, man. We got jobs to get done in the sprayer, and I'm, like I've been saying, I'll be happy to get them knocked off. It is a little deceiving looking from the ute. This is just poking out its second leaf now, so we are so close. We could probably get away with it. You know, canola's going to do a fair bit of the job competing against the ryegrass, because it is a big, hungry crop. So yeah, you look from the ute and you think that's just a one leaf, but you get down and look and you can see he's just starting to sprout the second. And you come over here, and same with that little guy there, that's two. That one's getting a third leaf, that one's way big enough. So yeah, anyway. So honestly guys, the canola has been an absolute cluster from start to finish this year. If you go all the way back to seeding, I had the stuff up with the sprayer and I couldn't get out and put pre-emerge out in front of the air seeder before we put the canola in, which I didn't think was going to be a big problem. Both paddocks were coming off a double break, but if you've been following along, that is not enough to clean up ryegrass, and we had a monstrous amount of ryegrass out here. I had to come out here super early and hit it with glyphosate. It is a GM variety, this one, so we came out and did that. It's done a pretty reasonable job. But yeah, you can hit it with multiple rounds of glyphosate, and you can also hit it with clethodim, which is our other grass-freeing herbicide that we can put over. Now, it was too young the first time I came out to use clethodim. Now it's too old, so I've essentially lost my advantage there of being able to double up my chemistry. The other paddock of canola, same thing, went out and hit that with glyphosate early on, and that day we had some rain on the forecast. It was forecast for showers to start in the evening. I went out in the morning and grass freed it. I was done by midday. I thought, beautiful, that's going to get 4 to 6 hours before it gets any rain on it. The rain fast period is 2 hours, it says on the label. Anyway, we got a surprise sort of 1/2 mil at about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and the herbicide did a crap job. Terrible. Volunteer beans are all still alive. Didn't do a good job on the ryegrass. I had to race back out into that one the other day, decontaminate the sprayer. Got out there with the cletho and the glyphosate again. It's been an absolute disaster, honestly, but yeah, this is farming. Things happen. You're always just trying your best. And unfortunately, my best has not been good enough this year. Personal opinion, when dealing with ryegrass and ryegrass issues, you have to be damn near perfect, and you have to use every tool in the book to try and get it under control. And I have been far from perfect this year. You can see this stuff gets such a wild, massive seed bank on it. It takes years and years to try and get it under control. So it's just lessons learned. You take them forward and you try and do better next time. That's all you can do. 2 leaf, 3. So I got the sprayer fueled, gave it a bit of a flush. It's ready to go on with whatever we want to go on with next. We'll see what the weather does. But she's tickety-boo. I'm just tinkering away down the shed again because let's face it, there's always something to do. Last year we did some pivot bushes on the press wheels back in here. This one, that big pin that goes through, they were pretty knackered. We replaced those. I also did these little ones in here. But anyway, I pulled off the main arm again to have a look at the bushings in the on the main pivot for the arm, and they don't look that bad, but when you feel across here, that's almost dead even with the tubing on the inside of the arm. If you come up the top or on the side where it's a little bit less worn, there's actually a bit of a lip there. It's probably worth changing them out, to be honest. I'm not sure they have a lot of life left in them. Maybe squeeze them for another year, I don't know. They're getting there though, they really are. So I had a look at those with Dad, and I think we'll get a set of those bushes there. Yeah, just about stuffed, I think. Not a very expensive part, so just do it. And seeing as the rest of them have been done, well, it makes sense that they need doing as well. Right, geez, it is a glorious afternoon out here. It is beautiful. This here, Star of Bethlehem. This is a problem bulb under the ground that nobody really knows how to kill around here. If you've been following along for a while, you see we dug a patch up during the summer, see if we could bake a few of the bulbs on the top of the ground. Oh, look, it didn't really achieve too much, but it was a nice little trial. Anyway, as you can see, got some bad patches of it out here. I came and ran a bit of a herbicide trial over this the other day. Now, I actually spray topped the whole paddock out here because it's just fallow at the moment. It's just a whole heap of barley grass and other rubbish growing out here, some volunteer beans. Anyway, you can actually see clear as day. So I ran my trial through here over the Star of Bethlehem where we know where this is. The rest I just sprayed out with glyphosate and a spike called Hammer. It has, for that second brew, the glyphosate and Hammer has just fried off everything else in the paddock. So I can see clear as day the area that I've run the trial on. Now what I'm going to do is just put in a couple of iron droppers out here just to cordon off this area, so we know next year where we've got to come back and look for this Star of Bethlehem. This stuff here gets spread just by you working the ground. You're going to drag it around basically under the dirt and spread it around. We can't seem to kill it. No one else around here who has it can seem to kill it. It's not, people are saying onion weed. It's not onion weed, it's called Star of Bethlehem. So yeah, there's actually a big trial being run on it this year that I know of. I think they're doing about 15 different things, herbicide trials, to see whether they can kill it. But the problem is, it is a very small bit of foliage and then a big bulb under the ground. So it's hard to get something into the plant to kill it, to kill that bulb under the ground. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to cordon this area off so we can keep an eye on it, and then I think we'll just put the rest of the paddock back into production next year. Otherwise it's just wasted land. That's kind of why I left this area fallow this year, just to try and deal with this, run a bit of a trial on it, see if we can't knock it off. The only foolproof way to get rid of it is to dig it out of the ground, and when you've got a big patch of it across here, that's a lot of digging. So anyway, we're going to we're going to cordon this area off. So I guess you can see the issue. If we can't kill it with something and then we just spread it throughout the whole paddock, it was so bad in the area that we worked last year that it just choked the beans out. So it's a problem, it's a big problem, and we just do not want it to get away from us. And that's really what we're trying to do here. I'd rather sacrifice a hectare or two here and see if we can't do something with it, see if we can't come up with a resolution for it, because yeah, we just don't want that. We don't want it getting that bad it's going to choke crop out throughout the paddock. Well, hello everyone. We had about 2 millimeters last night, just under, I think. It was about 1.75 this morning, and there was a few more drizzly drizzly showers around, so not much, but it really looks like it's pretty well cleared up. And yeah, the weatherman's saying there's not really any chance of rain for the rest of the day. So I've been up to the paddock. The wind looks like it's pretty much going the perfect direction to spray next to the neighbours. We're going to fill up, go and knock off another spray job. And actually, just generally, conditions are quite good out there. Wind's very mild, so let's go do it. And we are into it. Gonna be bloody fantastic to tick this one off the list. That's all the grass spraying done. Double pass on the canola, everything else, beans, veg, peas, you know, just good. It's good stuff. Alrighty guys, that is all done. Back at the farmyard, I have to flush the sprayer out because I got to go back to spraying broadleafs tomorrow. A couple of jobs here, then straight round to the neighbours. Got at least a full day around there, so I think I'll sign out of this episode. It's going to be pretty boring and monotonous for the next few days. Massive shout out to Market Check, the video sponsor here. If you're a farmer and you want any help with your grain marketing, please check them out. I'll link all of their details down below as always. If you want to support the channel, you know what to do. If not, all good. You guys have yourselves a good one. Till next time, see ya.